All right. Hello. I'm Mr. Whyzguy. Welcome to episode 6 because I can't use one hand anymore. This is not going to be a massive episode with like lots of new stuff as the first one was. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be putting in this episode, but I think this is going to be more of a short one, more of a short episode. The other one I kind of went overboard on. So I did some stuff, did a little bit of stuff. Oh yeah, before we get into it actually, just remember, yeah, do what's on screen, like and sub. Thank you very much. Anyways, back to let's put myself to the top. Actually, no, that's the wrong button. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I did some a decent amount of stuff. So what I said before last video, I wanted to do like a remodeling of the starter base. I did some more stuff on my off time, but I want to make the more efficient starter base. Also, I've completely deleted the space elevator because I want to completely, I think I'm just going to completely erase everything here. I don't know if I mentioned that in the last video or not. I did. I just completely forgot at the time. But in this video, we're going to be messing around with the theme of this entire Let's Play, so stay tuned. And I'm going to be having, as you can see, I did some really nice work with like how the tractors come into this base. And I have all of this extra tractor storage for anything that I want to put into the starter base. Okay, so the starter base is basically, wait, let's get closer. The starter base is basically just going to be it's mostly going to be like this is where project parts are going to come. That's why I have so many tractors. I'm going to have like some of them just maybe I'll have do a logistical nightmare and have every single project part that I want come into one tractor station. That's going to be fun. But because like, and then have it being made like off base and stuff. Because I want to be having different bases throughout the world that does things based on where the materials are. Like smaller bases and stuff like that for whatever needs that I need. And then tractors coming in, doing their thing, and then leaving. It's going to be cool. It's going to look epic. But basically, that's basically how I want this to be. And then I think I might actually do that. Have every space, because I'm already making space elevator stuff at the at another base that I made. A smaller base, a very small base. It was more of an intermediate type of thing. It was supposed to make something else, but I ended up making that instead. But I guess I'll go back into this. So we got tier 5 and tier 6. That's why that thing doesn't exist anymore. I also really want to get conveyor 4 belts, but I didn't realize it needed plastic, oil, and computers. So I guess that's what we're gonna be doing. All right, so here's some top-notch foreshadowing, and I'm just gonna say I lied a little bit, but it's all right. It's okay because I explain a lot more stuff later in the video. Keep watching. Don't you dare leave. We're going to be trying to figure this out. I think what I'm going to do, because I know that tier 4 belts. Yeah, tier 4 belts. These things require, what do you call it? Encased industrial beams. And encased industrial beams only require 2 inputs, which means it could be made in the assembler. And not the manufacturer. I forgot to mention that. So I think what I'm going to do is cheat my way into getting the logistics 4 and then just start mass producing steel encased beams and stuff like that. So the way to cheat yourself into it without actually cheating technically is to just use coupons and buy yourself all the products that you need. But of course, you're going to need to get, I guess we're going to have to get oil processing because we're going to need computers, heavy modular frames. I think I can craft these by hand. Yeah, I think I'm going to craft these by hand. Buy these with tickets, buy these with tickets, and craft these by hand as well. Or maybe first I should make it a steel and make a whole factory out of the encased industrial beams first at an offsite, and then have it be planted over here. Oh, another thing that the starter base over here is going to have is this is also going to be
I am all over the place. I just realized that. But don't worry about that. I get to a certain point and then we start doing something really cool. Just wait for it.
where all my storage is going to be as well. So everything that I make that needs to be stored is going to come here, and then I'm going to make it super simple and easy. Things just get made and then just placed into the resource sink when the storage is full and stuff, but with a lot of smart splitters and stuff like that.
I'm just re-explaining what I figured out in episode 4. But here comes the meat and potatoes of why this episode actually exists.
So maybe I should figure out how... The first thing I should do is try and figure out how to make the storage. I really like the little system with the glass, the roof, so there's some shadows in there. That looks really cool. I think that looks really cool. But anyway, I guess that's what I'm gonna do first. But before I do that, because I kind of want to show you some more stuff, we're gonna go around the world and show what I've been working on. Well, let me do this first. So we've completely cut off all tractors coming to this base and powering up the coal, so we only have that other base that's making coal, and it's completely independent, so I don't even have to worry about power right now. And I can just focus on the starter base and making everything good. Yeah, I got one tractor line. It's literally just bringing coal to the base to fill up all those tractors with coal. And then I think I'm going to use the excess, some of the excess coal for steel. I'm going to make steel at that base and then come back. Oh yeah, I also did some really nice work with the roads, where there's like actual things holding it up, supports and stuff like that. I really didn't want to I really didn't want it floating all the time. So we got some nice underlook for these things. And we have a whole new road going up into this location that I'm still not using. Oh wait, no, I am using. Never mind. It's making steel at another location. I probably should just pump the steel from that location to my starter base, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I already have coal just sitting. Oh, I could just use the coal for like sulfur stuff, for nobelisks. I think that's what I'm gonna do actually. Yeah, instead of that, doing some nice supports. There's some Z fighting or Z fighting. I'm not European, so I don't know why I would call it Z fighting, but I don't know. It sounds cooler that way. As you can see, are completely independent. And this is where that tractor that you saw was coming towards. Oh, I need to actually fix this. I think I'm going to try and make like little stations on the roads, just so I can have tractors and stuff going there. This is supposed to look a little bit better than this, but I just roughed it in. So it works ish, with some really bad, very, very bad design here. But you know what? I really don't care at this point. This is just a work in progress. Hey, there we go. Tractor's back. And we got our coal location. That's actually doing all the power.
It is completely independent from any tractor supply. So that's why that's what I meant to finish, but I actually didn't finish that sentence. So there you go. I'm finishing it for myself. Yeah. Finishing my own sentences. Interesting.
Still working its magic. I love it a lot. This coal, I'm so happy I dedicated so much time to this place. This plant is working like a charm. I have no issues with it whatsoever. Industrial coal power. I love it. Love it so much. All right.
I'm literally just drooling over my creation.
And how the water comes up from over here. That's epic. That is epic. And how it's being piped underneath and then through here. That's cool. That is super cool. And then we have all of these water pumps on this side doing its thing. It is very satisfying.
Did you get the joke? Oh, I really hope you guys did get the joke. Get it? Because satisfying, satisfactory, 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 satisfying. Get it? Nah, if you don't get it at this point, then there's no helping you.
All right, so I showed you that location. Nothing has changed with the quartz location, other than that tractors are not going to it anymore. I'm going to be demolishing a bunch of this stuff eventually. Well, nothing has really changed over here, so I don't know why I'm even coming over here. It still looks exactly the same. I'm going to have to figure out how to get a road over there, though. I think I'm going to branch it off of that and then go into the, like, right above the water. I think that would look really cool. But sulfur is not a priority right now. Oh, well, whatever. I'll just pretend that I didn't see that. Hey. Oh yeah, we got a tractor coming up here for... This is also a coal location. But this is a pure coal location. Like, there's nothing...
There's really nothing special about this location, so I'm just going to skip over it.
Also, I built roads along the edges here. I need to make it a little bit nicer. Because right now it just looks like it's floating. But from a distance, it looks like it's connected to the wall over there. This parachute is amazing. Oh yeah, and this is the other location that I was talking about. So that's the starter base, and then this is the other location where I started making a bunch of stuff. I made this before I started on that starter base. I really need to get rid of that Caterium spot. Doesn't really make sense anymore. Oh shoot. I've never came so close to death. So we got coal coming in from that base and making steel, and then we got a bunch of excess like items. Like we're not even, there's like an iron line that we're just not using. But this is making the project parts, and since I completely took away steel, I wanted to make another location that was stacking up on steel items so I don't run out. And as you can see, we got a bunch of project parts, and they're both being made at the exact rate per minute, which is really nice. 5 per minute, and well, 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5 per minute. But I think what I'm going to do is convert this location from doing these project parts to actually making other items.
Specifically reinforced industrial beams.
Since we already have coal coming here and iron, I think we're just gonna do mass encased industrial steel in the beams. We're gonna make the encased beams because we need tier 4 stuff. So I think that's what I'm gonna work on now.
Hey, look, another lie that I made. Awesome. I like pointing them out.
Because we have a bunch of stacked up like resources. Or maybe actually, the thing I probably should do first is make the storage location and actually, since I started deleting stuff from that starter base, all the input lines are completely like demolished. So I'm slowly bleeding resources. I'm not making new resources to like build stuff. So maybe I should actually start with making resources first.
And that is what I call a big brain assessment.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do in this episode. I'm gonna make a storage location and then do a smart splitting system that is supposed to, it's gonna look really nice, and it's also gonna work like a charm. Yeah. And then we'll move the hub over here because that's basically the main reason why I wanted to do that. So I'm gonna work on the storage system, and then I'll get back to you guys. All right, so basically I think I figured out, I'm just gonna have everything go underneath the ground for the storage, and then I'm gonna have multiple access points to it, sort of, because it's gonna be this is where everything's gonna be stored. So I want to be able to have a ton of I want it to be as convenient as possible. Okay, so I'm back after what a couple of hours, and as you can see, we got some stuff poking out of the ground. We got 2 things going in, but honestly I don't think I need any more belts than just 2 going into a bunch of sorters, and then some crushers, or those things that delete items infinitely. But look what I got underneath the ground. It is the retro style is starting to come into fruition. And I like it. I like it a lot. It looks really cool. Tell me what you guys think. Got a whole thing that goes up. Everything's lit up. We got smart inserters down here. Smart splitters down here to do all the maintenance work. And then we have these crushers. You know, maybe I should actually like block it. Yeah. Nah. I'll block the other side to make it look a little bit more concealed. Or maybe I should delete that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it like that. I think that's cooler. We don't need anything above it. Yeah. I don't really like clipping too much. But I think this looks really nice with all the lights coming down from the poles, then the signs. That's so cool. And the reason I have all of these signs back here doing this glow stuff is when tractors come by, or whenever someone comes in a tractor and drives by, they'll see this storage location. And this storage location looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. So all I gotta do now is put the items into this thing so that the system can like do its thing and start storing up items. So I think I'm gonna do that next. So well, it's literally just gonna be another split second for you guys. So I'll be right back in literally a second. For me, it's gonna be about an hour, probably. All right, so I've created a bunch of stuff. It's the whole smelting machine. Not sure where I cut this through, but I got two lines of steel, iron, two lines of iron, 1 line of steel, 1 line of copper, all full saturated Mark III belts, 270 per minute. For all 4 lines, and this is going to be used to make resources here. And luckily I'm getting all these items from well, one of them is from the coal that like since we have 2 ports on the transport, only 1 port's going out and actually fueling all those tractor stations, and then the other line's coming out to help make steel. And then I completely demolished. Let's see, can I actually get this? Yeah, I completely demolished everything over here and made them Mark II miners, and demolished everything over here. I'm keeping the coal plant. I'm not getting rid of that. I'm keeping the coal plant. I think I'm gonna attach the coal line, one of the coal lines, down into that. The only thing is that I kind of want it to be off grid, like not connected to, like I don't want a tractor supplying it with coal. It feels kind of dumb to do it that way. I want a consistent power source. So maybe I might get rid of it, maybe I won't, but I kept the lines for how that system works. I didn't touch any of that, and I completely destroyed everything, all the concrete. I ran out of power shards, so I'm gonna have to like figure out concrete, getting it into the base. And I have it running on like a little line going underneath here, and then eventually coming up here. And I think this is like a nice little spaghettified way to do it. And then if I need like other resources that are too far away, I can just bring it from the tractor station. So all the ores, like all the ingots that I need for like resources, will be like lined up on this section, and then I'll just have everything else that needs to be made on this section going along that way, and then eventually they'll come back onto the like level ground. Here, I'll just show you what I mean. I just made it simple and easy to like funnel items into here, and then I just gotta go underground to actually like see what's going on. Oh, that's so cool when you come down here under here. It's so cool. So everything that's coming on here needs to either be any of these items, because they're all smart inserted, and then everything else will just get funneled into the crusher. And then this one will be everything of these things. So all these items are going to be on one line. So, and I don't necessarily need to have a bunch on one line. Actually, I haven't actually done the math. We got 6 bins on each side, so we got 12 bins. We gotta, let's do some simple math, some quick simple math. So we got 270 divided by 12. Okay, so 22.5 per minute is the maximum that I can have for each one of these things. If I were to equally split the per minute on one belt onto here, just so I don't overload the whole belt. So all the all the super complex stuff that I don't use too often are gonna probably sit 22.5. That's actually a lot. So obviously I'm gonna have the things that I use a lot, like cable. That's gonna be a full 30 per minute, but motors, and even, maybe even silica, and the stators and the tubes, those are probably gonna be like less, like 5 per minute. Like motors I can leave at 5 per minute, stators I can leave at 5 per minute, copper sheets I can leave that at maybe 10 per minute, because I might have to make super massive water stuff like tons and tons of pipes. But that's gonna be rare though, so maybe I can leave it at 5 per minute. But then the modular frames, the sheets, not even, actually the cable I can just bring to 60 per minute, honestly. But that's the nice thing, I don't have to like completely saturate this belt. Maybe I can make these higher. And then over here, I made sure to leave concrete disconnected over there, because I knew I'm gonna have a good amount of stuff coming in there. Maybe I should change this one to over there, because I want at least 30 per minute of steel beams going in, because I'm still using the tier 3 belts, and I kind of need a bunch, and it's the perfect distance for me to click at them, which is nice. And the whole aesthetic of everything lighting up, that's so cool. I like it a lot. Lumen is amazing. All right, but I think I'm gonna leave that for another time. Actually, I got all the stuff like done. I deleted everything there's a couple of crates that I gotta like delete as well, but I was too lazy. I need to go out and find more slugs. I think I just found one. Look at that. Look at that slug right there. Perfect. I had to zoom in like 10 times to get to that. And everything is at max saturation for our belt, which is perfect. Very satisfying. Satisfactory. Satisfying. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for now. I'm going to do some more work. I did some work on the roads. I think I showed you that in the beginning of the video. And we're going to be tearing down a bunch of other stuff. Like I got to bring Caterium here. That other base, I think if I'm going to make a mass production base, like this is just going to be a base where I make things very, very slowly, just so I can fill up my my resource things and actually make stuff. So I think the only things that I actually have to bring in order to do that is to bring quartz and sulfur. Bring quartz, sulfur, because I also got to do after I do all the basic resources, I'm gonna do all the handheld item like ammo and stuff. That's gonna be the next thing. the next 12 bins that I make at the other side, that's gonna be those are gonna have like consumables and stuff like that. But right now I'm focusing on parts. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do for the next project. It's coming into fruition. Making this base look nice is gonna be the next step after all that. Like, I want to get the logistics and everything done. I want it over here to look nice first because I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to cramp everything up here and then make it look terrible. But I think since now I'm doing one layer of stuff over here, I think it should be okay. We also got limestone that needs to come over here. After we're all done with that, then I guess we'll go back to project parts. I don't know what I should do. Like, should the starter base have this space elevator, or should I find another location and have the space elevator and then have tractors and trucks bring the space elevator parts to them and then have it just either be like it'll have like an overflow system where the thing won't choke or anything. But that would be really cool. That would be actually super cool. Just having tractors coming with like supplies and fixing up the space elevator. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool, actually. Because then I could just delete the tractor supply and then make a new supply run for those extra items to go into another location to be processed into more research. Yeah, I think the logistics on that is easy because I don't have to tear down a ton of belts. I just got to tear down one tractor supply, which is just deleting a tractor. That's it. So yeah, I think updating that type of system would be ideal. All right, so we got steel, we got copper, we got 2 sets of iron to make all the resources that we need to store up. And I think that's what's gonna happen in the next video. So oh yeah, one more thing before I go, and yeah, like and sub and comment and stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna say that twice. Probably I will say that twice, but before I go, I gotta show you. We are at hour 64 into the save. I think by hour 200 we'll probably get nuclear plants. Oh, there's Mr. Whyzguy. So the last time we played, it was a 39 hour, basically 40 hours, and we've added 14 hours. We added 14 hours. That's insane. Since the last time I updated this. That is crazy. There we go. So now we're at 64 hours, 48 minutes, and 23 seconds. Oh, another 23 seconds. Wasn't that 23 seconds before? Wow, I didn't even do that purposely. All right, well, thanks for watching. And I'm Mr. Whyzguy, and yeah, have a good day, I guess.